What is up? My name is Ian, and I help people take the mindset from a place of lack to a place of abundance. Now it's tax season, and it's really interesting for me, at least, to just look at our system and kind of look at, how we're taught to go get a good education, and that's going to give us a great job. And with that job, we're going to be able to work and eventually have this pile at the end of our days of working around 65, and then we'll be able to retire, and it'll be all smooth and grand. But looking at how the job system works, we start over every year. Every year we have to do taxes. We either have to pay in, pay out, and we don't really have that many write-offs. Gosh, I filed as an employee with just my W-2s last year, and I didn't make anywhere near as much as I did this year filing as a business owner. And yeah, there's a little, you have to pay for premium services, and there's a little more fees, but that literally is insignificant compared to how much you actually can write off as a business owner. And I just want to make this video kind of just sharing with you how an employee starts over every year. And it's crazy how the higher tier you get in the tax brackets, the more you pay for taxes. So you might make $150,000, but you only get to keep, who knows, 70, 80 grand. And don't quote me on that. But you don't get to keep that 150 grand. No, you're now in the highest tax bracket, and therefore you pay in more. Whereas on the flip side of this, an entrepreneur, they actually start over every single day. And all the fees they have to pay for, so all the tax fees that I had to pay for example, I had to pay for, using my taxes, doing my taxes. I had to pay for all sorts of other things like education, conferences, registration, business registration, and licensing. I get to write all that off. So I get it back the next year, and I just the first year as an entrepreneur is paid out of pocket, but after that it pays for itself. But the fact of the matter is that you start every single day. If you don't start over every single year, then you start over every single day. And every day you have to constantly pursue your fears. You have to break through and have that 10 seconds of courage every single day to get to a high self-image. Now, there's a kind of misconception on confidence and self-image. Confidence is the ability to. Confidence is being good at something, being good at basketball, being good at guitar, being good at singing, being good at your job. You might be very confident in that ability. But if I were to give you something polar opposite, let's say you're really good at football and I gave you a soccer ball, how confident are you going to be in that? And the fact of the matter is, confidence is the how-to, whereas self-image is the why. It's the drive. It's the driving force behind your confidence. Now, self-image is something that is built in every circumstance. It's built in every way, shape, or form of you stepping out of your comfort zone. And that's what entrepreneurs need to have in order for them to prosper. They have to have a high self-image, and not necessarily confidence, but just a ability to know who you are, where you're going, and who you're doing it with. Because that self-image is going to be intoxicating. That self-image is going to be rudiment to your success, because it's not a matter of how well you know how to do something. You just need to know how well you know yourself and the people that you're working with. So starting over every single day is the advantage that entrepreneurs have compared to employees, and how entrepreneurs are the ones that have a high self-image rather than a high level of confidence. So Where do you fit in this spectrum? Do you want to be an entrepreneur yourself? And if so, how could you expand your self-image today? So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you later. Namaste.